Welcome to Kew Gardens Station. Cool, that gives you a clue of where we may be. And it's that time of year. Yes, the lights have been switched on. So let's go to Kew Gardens, go round the light trail and show you what they've got on offer this year, 2024, Kew Gardens. Every year around this time, middle of November, Kew Gardens go live with their Christmas decoration trail. And this year we're here on the first night to show you what they've got for 2024. As you can see, the sun is going down. It's a beautiful sunset. The planes are flying overhead into Heathrow. And this is set for just under 2 months. So if you get a chance to come down here, you can come and see these amazing lights as well. And it's an absolute treat. So, welcome to Kew Gardens 2024 as we show you the highlights. Now, we haven't shown you absolutely everything because we don't want to spoil it just in case you're coming down here, but we want to give you the flavour as well. And one of the lovely things they always do is they shine projections onto the pathway as well. So it's not just about the lights, the things hanging in the trees and the things that they've got on display round by the sides, but it's also the things they have on the pathway as well. But more on that a little bit later as we go and do the trail. So Christmas at Kew runs until Sunday the 5th of January, just before 12th night at the beginning of 2025. It's closed on Christmas Day, it's open on Christmas Eve though, and it's also open on New Year's Day. And you can get there, time slots run from 4:20 all the way to 8 p.m. So you've got almost 4 hours if you're going in early. Plus, there's lots of things to see, do, places to eat and drink, and also some funfair bits, which we'll show you as we're going round. Now from memory, I think this is the 4th time we've done the Kew Gardens Christmas nights, and it always baffles me how they make it even better each and every year with different things to see, including this light up, well, it can only be called a sculpture, but a great place to come and get your photo done, as this lady's having done here. The wonderful thing about the exhibition is you can go round and do a whole circuit, and when you've done that you can go round again if you like. So as long as you're out of the gardens by 10 o'clock at night, if you've got an early ticket you can go round as many times as you like to take in the lights, which is also really good, especially if you've got some favourites you want to go back and see, which according to this year's Christmas lights are most of them. Yeah, they've done a fantastic job, and how they do it better every year I really don't know. So the good news is if you're walking around, you haven't got any food and drink with you, a bit of a loss what you're going to do afterwards, there's plenty of places to get food and drink as you're doing the walk. Not only on the trail, but they've also got a dedicated food village as well, which we'll show you. Right, let's get down some of the amazing lights. And when it gets dark and you've got these canopy of trees, just how amazing does this neon look in the light in the trees here? All of the displays that you see have got music that goes with it, but unfortunately for YouTube purposes we can't play it. So we've got some Christmas music in the background, but to be honest, the light effects are quite amazing on their own. But when you've got the music and you're there with it as well, it really just does add to it. So some of the light display areas are quite small, but this one here in front of the Temperate House is quite vast. So you've got all of the lights coming out, all the beautiful different colour lights there, but also just look at the change of colours that you've got here in the Temperate House. Oh, and by the way, yes, that is a plane flying overhead because Kew Gardens is on the main flight path into Heathrow Airport. So you get one going above your head about every 30 seconds, just to add to the vibe. The trail itself is completely accessible, and in fact where they've got the trail which goes over grass, they've put down boards so you can actually get a chair or a push chair or anything else like that over it quite easily. Now the trail itself is about 3 kilometres long, which is about 2 miles, so they reckon it could take you up to 2 hours. Obviously that will depend on how much time you spend looking at the different exhibits, and if you also take each one all the way through their cycles, which can vary. Some of them have got cycles that go on for about 6 minutes, like the light show right at the very end, the show in front of the Palm House, which we'll show you a little bit of at the end of the video, so definitely want to stay watching for that. Here we're at the top of the steps by the side of the Temperate House and getting a great view of the cherry blossom trees down this avenue here. And this year they've got the lights lighting up to the sound of the music, but it gives you a really good effect just seeing all the different colours and being lit up, even if it hasn't got the original music with it. Then as you go around the corner from there, it's the man himself, and he's going to be here till, well, who knows, maybe the 5th of January. And then you can come and complain about the presents you didn't get. And as you can see, it's not just for the children. Yeah, everyone is welcome here and to come and get your photos with the main man himself. Now, I've done quite a few different light trails over the last few years to bring you here on London Visited, all of which you can go in and have a look at our Christmas playlist and you'll be able to see them. But without doubt, Kew Gardens really does take the biscuit. It is the one that I look forward to each and every year because you know it's going to be absolutely superb, just from the little detailing of that Christmas tree on the pathway which has just been shone down. Now in this area here, you've got the fairgrounds, you've got a Helter Skelter, you've got a carousel, plus you've also got seesaws and a toy train as well. And this is all round the back of the Temperate House. So also around here and also by the fairground, you've also got the food area, and it's got a wide selection of choice. So depending on what you fancy, you can go and order it, and then everyone can sit in the middle and have the food. It really is a good selection of food. Prices do vary, so do take your cards with you. I think everything is cashless, so you do need to take a debit card with you to be able to pay for everything. But that's food and drink available here. Now, I've had a look today and there are still tickets available if you want to go, although quite a few of them are actually into the new year, but it'd still be worth coming. Now, there are 3 ways of getting in. You've got the Victoria Gate, you've got the Brentford Gate, and you've also got the Elizabeth Gate. But if you're travelling down here by tube, which many people do, it's the Victoria Gate entrance that you want. That's the one that's closest to the tube station. Now, how about this for an effect? These are all, well, light beams, but when shone on the tree, it looks like you've got, well, butterflies or moths all flying up. A great little effect, and very, very simple at it as well. And then you go from this area, which looks really, really effective, especially in the dark there. Then you have this. This is called Baton Fun, and you've got all these different battens by the side of the path and into the little forest area here, all lighting up and shining in time with the music that's being played. And this is underneath the treetop walkway. So if you've been to Kew Gardens and know where it is, that's where we are here. And you can see the path that they've laid down just to make everything accessible for everybody. So here you've got the ribbon in the forest. It looks like it's all wrapped up ready for Christmas. And if you fancy London for Christmas 2024 but can't get here, then you need to make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not already, because we've got so many different London aspects this Christmas to bring you. And we've still got the likes of Belgravia and Chelsea to switch on their lights, and also down New and Old Bond Street, let alone some of the storefronts as well. So you definitely want to make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so we can tell you every time we upload a new video, and there'll be quite a few between now and Christmas. Sometimes it's the simple lights out in the middle of the darkness that really do shine brightly, just like this area here. So we go from this to, well, it can only be described as, well, walking through a sea of heat. So you've got all of these Christmas trees with all of these cans with fire on them. So they look really effective. But when you come through, you can smell the fuel, but also you can feel the heat roasting off all of these different trees. So another touch that I think most of us probably take for granted because everyone's so busy looking at the different light displays is what they do with all of the trees, and they light them up so beautifully. It just adds to the ongoing decorations that they have as you go around. Right, here was a new one for this year called Let's Dance, and as you walk down the pavement here, so you've got these neon lights and neon strips at the side, you'll see that the pavement in front of you changes colour. And here's a tip for you, just stand here and let the colours change around you. Don't go chasing them, just stand. And also, if you're really lucky, as I am here, you come on a bit where it's not quite so crowded. So if you can break away from the crowd, you really do get the effect. There you go, you can see the colour coming towards you here as it's changing. And the music to go with it, oh yeah, they're playing Dancing Queen by ABBA. Now, if this Christmas cathedral wasn't here, I think everyone would be demanding their ticket money back. So, thankfully, they've got it. So there you go. You can come and have a walk down here with all of the fairy lights. It looks quite brilliant. But did you notice that just there? Yeah, the middle section is outside there, so they'll fix that as the season goes on. But it really is a wonderful area to walk down and also get loads and loads of photos. So I've given you some recommendations already about food and drink and going round more than once. Here's another one. If you really want to enjoy it and get twice the amount of fun, whatever you do, make sure you look back behind you because you get to see all the light displays in a different aspect. And here you go. Here you can see the light display, and that line that's going across there, yeah, that was the dancing floor area. Right, okay, next we come up with neon Christmas trees. So you've had Christmas trees on fire, you've had those white Christmas trees from earlier and also the ones lit up with neon. Here, well, you've got trees which are made out of neon rods. So Kew Gardens is one of those great places you want to come and visit during the summer as well because, well, the flowers are absolutely amazing. And this tree, they light up every year, this massive oak tree. It almost signifies a turning point. It's right by the Brentford Gate entrance. If you come in by that, then you can do the whole circuit. And how about this? This is brand new this year. This, surprisingly enough, is called Christmas Presents, but as you walk through, you get that great effect of the lights on you. Although, I wonder what it'll be like when it starts raining and all of these get absolutely soaking wet. Yep, I think you might get a face full of water, but go for it anyway. And it's confession time now because I went backwards and forwards on this one quite a few times. Yeah, so I just had to go for the effect. I really enjoyed it. Now, if you're watching this and you've been to Kew Gardens already, do let us know in the comments down below. And what did you think to the trail this year, especially if you've been previously? It'd be really interesting to know your comments, because I must admit, I think it gets better and better every year, but I bet you that's not everyone's opinion. And I love the effects that these lanterns put out. Absolutely beautiful. Right, if you're thinking of coming down here, the website address you need is kew.org. Go on there, go Christmas at Kew, you'll see that there, and then you can go in, have a look and see what tickets are available. So they're on a timed basis and they're also on the different gates. And remember, if you're coming by tube, it's the Victoria Gate entrance that you need. That's the main entrance where you've got the shop and you've got the cafe and restaurants, etc. as well. And welcome to Snowflake Walk. So you've got these fantastic Christmas trees here. You've got the lights shining above you, which are really, really powerful lights, and they shine on the trees, well, quite some distance away. But then as you're going across and through the middle, as you saw earlier, you've got the snowflakes being projected onto the ground. And then you go from that to the final part they have every year, which is this amazing display on the lake in front of the Palm House, which is all lit up at the back. So this year you can see on the right and on the left, you've got 2 Christmas trees, but those Christmas trees are actually, well, sprayed water, because underneath those you've got metal and they're all spraying out water to give you the Christmas tree shape. And whilst that's going on, you've got music playing and you've got all of the different sprays happening there, and those sprays are then turned into this. Yeah, as you can see, the Merry Christmas right there in the middle, turned into a screen, so it's all being projected onto there as well. So you really have got so much you can have a look at. It's fantastic. All the music that's played is Christmas music, and it takes about 6 minutes to show the whole thing. So it definitely, if you get there and you're not at the start, wait, see the whole thing again, and you'll really appreciate it even more second time around, and you'll see so many things that you didn't see first time around. If you're a Patreon or YouTube member of London Visited, you'll see this again, but next time you'll see it, you'll see the whole thing with the proper music to it as well. I've got it all recorded and worked a way around it. So I hope you've enjoyed the Christmas lights at Kew for 2024. How do they compare to previous years? If you've seen our videos, do let us know in the comments down below. One of the videos we put out recently was the Fortnum & Mason windows for Christmas 2024, and I'll put a link to that in the top right hand corner. So if you click on that, I'll see you in there.